Welcome back. This is going to be week 5, day 1, match 1, game 1. First half of FPX.ZQ versus GG. We're going to be able to see Dongxiang here coming out as Instant Attention alongside Wish Warp. But from the Survivor side, it seems like we're going to be able to see Seer, Barmaid, Coordinator, and the Mercenary here. It's probably a lot of supports, for, especially for the Barmaid on Dovlins. But we'll have to see how the game all goes with this. For Leo's memory, the thing, you know, what's really funny is, it's really surprising to me how in Japan server and the CN server, their spawn locations are so different against Ivy. But it seems like this time we're going to go for Coordinator here, who already spawned in 2-story. That's an immediate leech, but we decided not to teleport. 19% stack points right there as well. Coordinator... I feel like we leech Coordinator at quite a bit of a bad area, but it seems like we're changing targets for 18 right here, who is the Barmaid. Barmaid is not the best chase. You're teleporting towards Barmaid right here. We have seen how, we have seen the MRC game versus, ACT, if I'm not wrong. Barmaid isn't the best choice for you as well. You want to vault over that window, but we didn't manage to vault over the window. We're going to take a normal hit sooner or later here instead, but we're waiting for just a little bit more stacks on towards the Barmaid. I feel like for Barmaid, maybe you could have just vaulted over the window and then take the debuff, which probably would have been better in that case scenario. But for Barmaid right here, we're going to rotate straight towards 2-story. We're going to be able to get that 78% stacks renovation, but it's not going to be enough here, sadly. It really just isn't going to be enough here. We're going to be able to get that 100% stack though. Barmaid, looking back in that situation, wasn't really the best of options. We're going to be able to get the warp out. And it seems like Barmaid got her 6-second doubling. Very nicely done. Coordinator here currently downstairs. We're going to have to see how this assist goes. Right, but I feel like Donex kind of teleported wrong. We're going to be able to get back upstairs here once again, but Barmaid's already almost healed. We're looking back, Barmaid, and with 72% stacks, seems like we're going to be able to get the heal up once again. That's 2 heals and 100 seconds in towards the game. And finally, we're going to be able to injure Barmaid for real this time. It's around 2.5 cipher machines done currently. We're going to leech on towards Cody to stop her from decoding. But Barmaid right here has so much room for containment to the point that I don't think we're going to be able to get it down anytime soon. We want to contain against the Barmaid. We did get a Relevation Screams, but it's only 50 stacks right now. You need at least 60 stacks. We got 52. Didn't get anything here just yet, but it seems like Barmaid will be going down here with a charge attack kit. It seems like the next also decides to bring Impulsive. It's not a bad... It's a 50-50 here for both survivors and hunters. Right, because like Cordy still has the gun, so there's a huge chance for a rebound kite containment, but then this is a max presence IV, so it's still going to end up as a tie game. And from the survivor side, yes, we did manage to finish off 3 cipher machine, but it's going to be really hard for us to cipher rush even so, because of the fact that it's an IV we're up against here. So like, at least every 10 seconds you're going to be, every 15 seconds you're going to be disrupted for 3 seconds because of fear stacks, or 2.5 seconds. But it seems like right now we're going to be able to get 60 stacks on Mercenary. We're waiting here. We got the no damage rescue and a 69 stack on towards Merc. Barmaid here. Barmaid doesn't have to do much. Right now, Barmaid doesn't really have to do much. Barmaid just down to the corner, which takes Ivy a bit of a longer time to chair. And this will still end up as a tie game. This should still end... No, this might end up as a 4-man endgame. This might actually end up as a 4-man endgame here. As Mercenary looking for an item here for Barmaid to take. We are going to be able to bring in 2... Okay, we got an extra elbow pad for ourselves. That's not bad. So Mercenary here, 1 elbow pad is going to be utilized for himself and the other 2 for Barmaid. And currently we're going to look at where the other survivors are. But right now, at double 80% cipher machines, Coordinator, yes, there's a 25% decoding debuff. But it does not matter since presence. This barmaid stays on chair for 20 seconds extra, and then Cody taking that extra hit. Barmaid currently getting rescued. We do see that barmaid can get leeched once again, but there's one apple pad on barmaid. Okay, that's gonna be a warp over here immediately. That's gonna be Windows people we start applied as well. Barmaid on 61 stacks, and we're gonna be able to apple pad away right here. That's going to be the scream and the normal hit. We just have to force the rescue here from pop. Nice pop, nice pop, nice pop. We decide not to force the rescue. I feel like forcing rescue there might work. It just depends on how you want it to work. But it will be really hard. We're going to be able to utilize our last level pad to get away here. And Donex not at the gate just yet. We're going to be able to get that scream there, thankfully. But it seems like we won't be able to stop barmaid from leaving the map as PB Shah here, trying to rotate towards the gate as fast as he can, realizing that Ivy is also making her way towards the other gate. We could leech here, just depends. Can we leech? We can leech and we teleport back. Okay, that might be a tiny bit of an issue right here as Cordy utilized the last bit of her gun. And it seems like right now we are going to be able to at least manage the tie game here. The point in question here is, does Stonex want to teleport back to pick up Merc and then go look for barmaid, or do we want to look for barmaid first? It seems like we want to look for barmaid first. Meanwhile, Merc is 50% heal. We're going to be able to get that 40% scream right there from relevation. But even with that in mind, barmaid trying to rotate towards a little bit of better area to contain. But it seems like for Ivy, she has different thoughts in mind. We want to lock barmaid in towards a deadly corner here, but we don't have max presence. Well, we don't have transversal corruption just yet. Merc's is around 80% opened, 90%. Oh, we're out. Oh, we're out. E10 was on the other side of the gate, but let's congratulate the 3-man escape here from survivors, moving on straight towards second half. It seems like we're going to be able to see... Oh, Composer round 1 is very surprising. Composer against Opera Singer. Might be a shout, but we're going to be able to see Fulan, Sisha, Sans, and Registry here. Gardner, Composer, Puppeteer, and of course the first officer. We're gonna spawn at the corner. Sans is already rotating away here, as you can see as well. So with all that in mind, it seems like Composer will become the first chase here, but Ivy is just a tiny bit too fast here once again. I'd say Composer can kind of work like a lawyer. He could kind of work like a lawyer. We did manage to utilize the window speed boost. Composer doesn't have borrowed time, which is a small bit of an issue if we did manage to contain for long, but that doesn't matter. Pallet there currently being dropped down by himself, and we're going to be able to rotate away here once again. We should be able to deploy quite a bit of shadows down, but it seems like Composer here will be spotted out immediately. It's just kind of the issue against Opera Singer too. It's because of how fast she is, you can't really wait around and find out. That is one of the cons of going against Ivy, is because it's the fact that, okay, even if you do manage to dash, you're going to be able to get into the pallet right there. As I was saying, even if you do wait there, you're just going to get caught up immediately, and it's going to be immediate blink down, especially with Composer right here. That's going to be a brilliant flywheel baited out from Sans. I thought that was okay, fair enough. We're going to be able to get the vault over right there. God damn, but we still missed. Okay. Okay, we got the vault. Okay. No, okay. Okay. Okay, that might be something new. We're playing against one single pallet right here, and we're waiting for our teleportation to be ready. But it seems like right now Composer is going to be able to rotate towards the next nearest pallet area. We're going to be able to get towards the other side, and it seems like it's going to be a 3 cipher machine containment here from Composer. That last tuning was absolutely brilliant. And there goes down Composer. 90-second containment early game, especially against an Opera Singer, is pretty darn good. It's pretty darn good. Seems like from the survivor's point of sight right here as well, we're going to be able to see Gardner wanting to come in for the rescue first. Meanwhile, First Officer is going to become the second rescuer. First Officer most likely has to start decoding the cipher machine near towards the middle point of that map, but we're going to be able to see Gardner right here. That's going to be a normal hit. We don't have teleportation back here just yet with Shadow Dance, so at least for Gardner, we're going to be able to get that rescue. Gardner got the body block, which is fine. But we're one hit away from max presence, which means the moment we get Composer down is the moment we reach max presence. But this Composer is not going to go down so easily, though. We did use tuning to rotate towards the next nearby area. We definitely did. We got the vault over there as well. And then we get the pallet speed boost there. 30 seconds on towards Windows speed boost can't be applied, but we have double pallets nearby as well to play around. We're not max presence just yet for Sam. So right now for him, the small bit of an issue is, oh, we didn't, oh, okay, we got stuck there. Okay, getting stuck there might hurt quite a bit. But seeing the Cypher Machine decoding progress, you're going to be able to see the Gardner at a pretty decent area in Factory there. Yes, it might be only 40% decoding progress, but this is, well, we don't have accelerated decoding yet, so it might still just be a tie. If we have accelerated decoding right now, even if it's 40%, it does not matter. But for now, we're going to go look at Gardner, get the hit on Gardner down. I'm going to be able to teleport back here immediately with Shadow Dance. Seeing where Sans is, once again, teleportation is ready. You can go after God Doctor immediately next as well. But with our Composer right here, he's going to be able to flywheel away from that one, but it seems like he won't be able to get any further. This is Max Presence Ivy at the end of the day. But when her nerf comes, if her nerf applied for character adjustment at the end of season 32, then of course Composer definitely would have been able to go through. Composer actually would really become a viable character to counter Opera now that I think about it. Composer actually will. But it seems like right now we're going to be able to teleport away as Gardner has already rotated away as well. Gardner is basically one chip down, but it does not matter in this case scenario since it's a single hit hunter anyway. We're going to be able to see Puppeteer utilizing the puppet, but we don't want to waste that 8 seconds, especially when you're max presence Ivy as well. It's not really worth your time. It's going to be able to get a vault over there as well. Meanwhile, Fulan is still trying to contain for Zelensky. We do have Shadow Dance, but we're trying to be very careful here how we use it. You could try to catch him off guard, but it does not matter because that's all what is going to happen. We could just catch up towards the Puppeteer here immediately and then land a second hit. So we're going to force out the last item, and with the last item 8-second force out here, gonna have to see. We're missing one last Cypher Machine, but it's a Factory. That will be the biggest issue because we are very close towards Factory. But we do have accelerated decoding though, so if we can start a Cypher Machine now, it would be great, but it doesn't seem like that will be possible anytime soon. Alongside with that, there is no borrow time on, there is no tie turner on any survivors, so Puppeteer can at least still activate his puppet, but it depends in this case. Well, if someone wants to win, he needs to double down on First Officer, but the thing is, First Officer still has 2 elbow pads and it's endgame, so it's not good for him. So in this case scenario, our Cypher Machine's prime. Never mind, we weren't missing on you. All the time we were missing one, I miscalculated it, sorry. But it seems like there's really no way you can go after in this situation. There really isn't. We got a normal hit right there. Okay, that's fine. We could pop the Cypher. We could actually just pop the Cypher Machine right there, so Fulan can tank an extra hit. But it seems like we're going to be able to allow Puppeteer to rotate straight towards Factory. That's also fine too. And with the Puppeteer gaining a bit of a movement speed boost, but for Simon, tie is really all what he needs. A tie is really all what he needs, especially with no dungeon nearby as well. It's a little bit unfortunate, but the survivors weren't looking at dungeon locations since they were too focused on the decoding progress after all, since they do need a 3-man escape to tie this game against GG. But it seems like right now Sam is going to be able to catch this guy off guard, and let's congratulate the tie game here for GG, moving straight on towards second half, well, game 2. So next with Dream Witch, finally you're going to be able to see us Dream Witch once again. For the Survivors team comp, it's going to be a female dancer, female dancer, aeroplane, it's Gardner here on the Merc, sorry, double tie turn here on the Gardner and the Merc, but no borrow time. You can make Gardner a second chase if you really want to do so, but I feel like for this team comp, it might be a little bit hard for the Survivors to play against a Dream Witch, but let's move on towards the game 2 then. It's okay. FPX's IVL winning skin? No, Koa winning skin. Okay, Koa winning skin on Dream Witch right here. It's Iron's Factory as well, which does work pretty well on Donex's favor. But for the Dream Witcher, we're going to look towards middle to stop Mercenary from decoding. It's not a bad plan. It is not a bad plan overall. It is really not a bad plan overall. But did the... Okay, no, the follower is still going. Follower is still going about, and it seems like we're going to be able to get a little bit of sandwich situation. Elbow pads are currently being consumed immediately as well. Meanwhile, our Gardener does not have a leech mark just yet, but it seems like for Donex here, his main plan is to actually leech on towards Gardener and wait until 50-second cooldown is gone. So now once we go back towards Gardener right here, we can immediately deploy a patroller to stop him from containing for any time longer. But it seems like right now we're going to be able to get the pallet drop down and the pallet break, and it seems like Donex is going to be able to land the first hit here immediately. Wish the normal follower, so Dream Wish's main follower right here, able to get the normal hit. We probably do want to pull out Tausings. We don't. Okay, we don't, not just yet, but we still do see Mercenary nearby here as we want to leech on towards Merc. We're going to be able to get that leech on towards Merc, but the Survivor's decoding progress is actually pretty fast. I won't lie, it actually does seem pretty fast. Tossing a little bit of a bad area. Gardener, at best, it could be a tie game even if she does contain well because of no borrowed time. But it seems like we're going to go for a little bit more of a sandwich situation as Gardener a little bit out of position here. Seems like we're going to be able to get a normal hit down without the usage of any patroller. So that's going to 2 Cypher Machine decoding progress on the Survivor side. It's not enough, but Mercy did manage to de-leech his leech. De-leech his follower. Get rid of his follower. I'm just trying to think of a good way to say it without... He's able to cleanse himself. So he's able to cleanse himself. That sounds a bit better. But it seems like Mercer is going to be able to get leeched once again. We do have Wanted Order here, which might be a little bit of an issue. But Kota has to be careful of what's behind him. We got a normal hit there already. That's an elbow padding. Very nicely done from the Mercenary. That's at least... that's not too bad then. It's considered a normal rescue right now. And Gardener giving away her own follower. It seems like right now the self-cleansing is going to take quite a bit of time. Both leeches from Donex's side has been cleansed, as we did manage to hit the survivors with it. But the only issue right now is we don't have enough for map control anymore. So at best right now this still does seem like it's tight, as 4 other Cypher machines outside are currently 50% on average. Meanwhile, on that side, now all what Mercy has to do is to actually hide around and not rescue. And as long as we do manage to do that, that's really all that is necessary. Mercenary here, rotating towards middle. We did get a leech on straight towards Gardener, but it seems like Mercy will be getting that wanted order as the other 2 Cypher machines are decoding. We need one survivor to at least stop decoding in this case scenario, but it seems like we want to continue with our siege of the... Well, not the siege, not siege, sorry, siege. Siege of the Cyphers. Siege and siege are 2 different words, lol. With that in mind, Aeroplanets, hello, 20 seconds until our leech is ready, but with the last 2 Cypher machines, they are 54 and 66%. Yes, middle Cypher machine may not be decoded anymore, but Mercy is already starting another Cypher machine here as well. The last 3 Cypher machines are really far away from each other, so the survivors don't really have to worry too much at the end of the day. We're still trying to look for Mercenary here as well. We do have our patroller ready to bite, and with the bite on here, it seems like we are going to be able to get a normal hit down anyways. But of course, Mercy running straight towards the corner. This is his best course of action, especially... And I mean especially with the fact that the last ciphers are done, and you don't want to give Dream Witch any methods of map controlling here as well. But with PB Shot here, he's going to rotate a little bit further out in towards Factory to play this one a little bit more safe. Don't spotting where the female dancer is. Meanwhile, our Aeroplanist is going to be the one that makes it in towards the rescue. That's going to be one of the music box breaks right there. But it seems like if we're going to be more focused on breaking the music box, maybe we can go look and pop home the Cypher machine pretty soon as well. Just depends on how we do it. But we did get rid of 2 music box of female dancer from Dream Witch, so this kind of did buy a little bit of free time or no pressure time to allow aeroplanes to come into rescue. But with all that in mind, we are going to be able to get a hit, and we are going to be able to pop. Now then, the only issue is that there's no survivors at the exit gates. We do have leech ready as well. Do we have hover? Do we have hover? Do we have... Okay, 18. Okay. Very nice hover. Very nice hover. Very nice hover. We're going to be able to hover away here. Meanwhile, the other exit gate is currently being opened by the Mercenary. The window will be locked. which is a little bit unfortunate. Mercenary still trying to get that 60% gate opened. Meanwhile, we are controlling the other side of the map here as well. Mercy, one last elbow pad remaining. One last elbow pad, one last hope, one last stream. No blink on towards the Dreamers right here. Might be a little bit hard to play around, but Kutao being able to elbow pad away right there is brilliantly done. But the only question in mind here is we want to get Mercenary down because he's a half health, but it doesn't seem like we're going to look for aeroplanist here anymore. The only sad part is dungeon is... Okay, fair enough. It's still a tie game though, so let's congratulate FPX.ZQ for the tie game on against this stream, which we've gone straight to our second half. So Solemn's going to come out as Opera once again. You're going to be able to see the Antiquarian alongside with Gravekeeper. But I'm going to see how Gravekeeper fares against Opera Singer, because it just feels like a puppeteer in a sense, but I guess you do need to break pallets in exchange. But with that in mind, let's move on towards the game. This is going to be week 5, day 1 match. Seems like we're going to be spawning in factory here. Meanwhile, Embalmer is going to be Sans. This is Sans. Yeah, Sans is basically containment for game 1 and game 2 right now. Okay then, I guess chasing after Embalmer isn't the worst. We did bring Blink for this one, which isn't the worst idea, honestly, especially with a small map like this. But it seems like we decided not to go with confined space at all as well, which is something for me that I would recommend sometimes. But that's going to be normal head on towards Embalmer, and Embalmer seems like he might actually go down pretty soon here as well. It doesn't really matter here for Sam. All what he needs to do is to get this guarantee down, and the tie game is really all what they need in this case scenario. Meanwhile, our Embalmer is still trying to contain for as long as possible. Embalmer here getting the vault over, not bad at all, but we don't have the teleportation out just yet, so I'm probably needing to get rid of the pallet. Okay, okay, this might be a little bit hard for play around now. Might be a little bit hard to play around now. We're going to be able to get the vault over, but it's no Terror Shock because this is Opera at the end of the day, after all the nerfs she's been getting. Okay then, we do see the coffin nearby. We are going to be able to cheer Embalmer right next to the coffin as well, but it seems the survivors are going to be able to continue to Cypher Rush regardless of what happens here. We're going to be able to see Middle Cypher Machine, Emperor Rune Cypher Machine, and of course Shock Cypher there being decoded as well. So those 3 Cypher Machines will be able to finish off, but it seems like the last 4 Cypher Machines pretty close. Last 3 Cypher Machines actually on one side of the map, Factory, Middle, and the Factory Gate Runes. So it might be a little bit hard for us to play around here. We're going to be able to get a normal hit down. And for Embalmer right here, 8 seconds extra tie turner time. There is no basement nearby though, but we're going to use the Shadow Strike to catch up here as fast as we can. We decide to go after Embalmer first, so I guess fair enough. But with the Embalmer first down, it seems like currently it depends. Currently it really depends on how the game goes. We're going to be able to see Gravekeeper there as well. We're going to be able to get the TV back. But with Gravekeeper, he should be fine. He should be fine. Like if you think about this game, right, you have Opera. Not Opera. You have a female dancer, 3 items, you need to get rid of it, and of course the anti-current. So the only one you can chase is actually the GK. We want to try to get a Terror Shock right here. Oh my god, we got a normal hit. Okay, pretty good. And Sans rotating away here. He doesn't seem like he'll be able to contain any longer, but at least the good news is we can chase after GK later. But the Cypher Machine is pretty fast here as well. With the Coffin there being deployed. I mean, to be fair, even with the Coffin there being deployed. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I got something stuck on my nose. Or the back of my throat. Kind of hurts a little bit right now. But aside from that, we're going to be able to get a chair down. And with the chair down, you know, the only way really now to play against this is as Anti-Current actually misses all her flute stacks, which is going to be pretty funny. But I don't think that will happen. Anti-Current towards one. No, that's not Anti, that's Female Dancer. Alright. Hey, saw him. Okay, that's gonna be Shadow Strike deployed down there immediately as well. We do see Fulan. We got the Terror Shock. Okay. I guess it doesn't change anything, but you know, Yeah, no. This is complete new cipher machine. They're being decoded. Cecilia here as the GK are going to be able to get Dak down, break the pallet first, and then probably teleportation back sooner or later will be the best case scenario right here. So that's going to be the shovel there currently being consumed. Can we teleport back? Doesn't seem like we can anymore. Meanwhile, Salim's going to make his way through as well. But it seems like Regicy could do it instead. Meanwhile, we're going to leave that cipher machine, 80% cipher machine open. But it seems like Salim did lose to where Gravekeeper is, because Gravekeeper in shovel mode does not indicate any of the blood trails nearby. We're going to miss quite a bit right here. No, we didn't. Okay, we're going to be able to see where the Gravekeeper is, and Gravekeeper going down cipher machine will be able to pop open here immediately, and it is still going to be a tie game against Opera Singer here. Max presence, yes, you can go into burn mode, but you're just going to get hit out here immediately anyways. For GK, as long as he's down towards a very dead corner, that's all what you need. More time, more chair time the better. The more chair time the better. The more chair time the better. With the teleportation back here as well, might not be the best shadow dance, but it is what it is. We're going to be able to get the vault over, and that's going to be a normal hit down. Let's congratulate the tie game here from Saw M. It's going to be a tie here from ZQ and GG. Let's move on towards game 3. Okay, Donex is going to come out as Dream Witch once again. Dream Witch Game 2 and Game 3 character though. Dream Witch is a very considerably strong Game 3 character, but from a survivor side, it seems like we already decided to go with double fly here on the patient, and of course the prospector. Cody will win with speed boost though, alongside with the wildling here again. I guess we realized it's going to be a Dream Witch anyways. It's going to be throwing out attention alongside with Patroller on Donex's hands. Going against 18 here first. Patient spawned at a really interesting area because you could potentially use small, but you could potentially lock small boat here as well, but it just depends on what the hunter decides to do. But it seems like for patient right here, we're going to be able to see a little bit of a sandwich situation. We're going to be able to get the hook upstairs as well. So it seems like Donex didn't plan on leaving her main follower nearby there too. Now that is going to be a sandwich situation. We are going to be able to get a normal hit there immediately on the patient as well. The hook wasn't ready in that case scenario, so for Donex right there, that's such a really fast hit, and the quality is horrible currently. What the hell is going on? Why is this so laggy? With that in mind, Patient is going to be able to rotate away, but it seems like Dream Witch has managed to pull out her follower here as well, but if we do lose Patient, that might be the worst case scenario here too. Patient needs to rotate towards somewhere, but it seems like the decided this is coming from PP Shot's hands. Patient hooking away towards beach, it seems. Meanwhile, PB Shao might become the next first chase. Okay, that's pretty bad for the next day, and especially with such a great early game he had. We're going to be able to rotate away here, but if Patient, we might be able to find Patient. Patient still the okay, cool. Wait a second, Wildling. I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be an issue. No, this should not be an issue. This should not be an issue. Wily and Patient have to go into big boat to heal sooner or later. Sooner or later, they are going to have to heal. We are going to be able to deploy the patrol then, but it seems like we don't have more. We don't have Mudo. We don't have Mudo. We don't have Mudo. We don't have Mudo. That's going to be a normal hit down there on towards Wildling, and Wildling 2.5 cipher machine down. Patient a half health there as well. Patient is a bit of a bad area to be in. But who can rescue? Cordy? I don't know about Cordy. Cordy might be forced to rescue really early if she gets found. She got found. Okay, this is not good at all. Patroller. Can we gun? No, we can't gun. I wanted to gun to cancel the patroller. We're gonna be able to get a normal hit there. That's gonna be the rescue. Gun. One gun. You need to gun. And then get like wide and go. And Cordy, just sell her. Just sell Cordy out. There's no point in going after Cordy anymore. Just sell Cordy. Patient does have wanted order though. So Patient is a little bit of a bad area. Prospector also has wanted order. Okay, not good. This is not good at all. What just happened? What just happened? PBC, I want you to come into towards the rescue here, but you're against. Well, you're not going to be able to make the rescue before half. I'll just tell you that straight up right here. Kuta getting the deleach mark here as well. We're going to be able to start deleaching as soon as possible. PBC rotate. PBC needs to get up towards Big Bull. PBC needs to get up towards Big Bull. It doesn't matter if he wants to rescue or not, but if he wants to stall time for the other two to heal, he needs to get upstairs towards Big Bull near the drop down area and get ready to escape. And like, there's two reasons for this, right? Reason number one is the fact that I'm a bit scared here. Reason number one is the fact that there's like two drop down areas towards Cordy. The one near the pothole and the window. So like, you can take either one, and that's a pushback, very nice pushback right there, PB shot. Oh, we're in a little bit of a conundrum area because Cordy is Ave Maria. But okay, but right now what should happen is they need to heal. I do think they should prioritize on healing. You're against the Dream Wish, you should prioritize on healing. And once you get the healing, while at least Wiling can come into rescue once again with Titan, that should be able to buy you quite a lot of time. The last Cypher machines are really spread out apart, so healing might be the best case scenario here. But it seems like from Dream Witch, we're going to change targets here, and that's going to be another patroller down here immediately. That's going to be an ambush on towards Wiling, but we're going to be able to cancel Mudo here once again. God damn, Mudo has been cancelled. But with this patroller's bite, it's only 3 bites here because we've used it multiple times, so this shouldn't be too much of an issue for Wiling to... Ooh, never mind. Okay, we're going to be able... Okay, damn. Okay, damn. Now no one's decoding, and Wiling is second chair. Okay, damn, that's kinda why we said it's probably better to heal. Donex finding the Wiling here. We're gonna be able to get a chair near small boat. Big boat Cypher machine won't be able to decode. Well, it won't be primed. Realistically speaking, it won't be primed. Even if it is primed, it'll be a tie game. From Survivor's point of view right here, they need to go for a 2-man endgame, 1-man escape. And then Salam needs a tie game for extra round. That's what we have to do right here, but it seems like we want to go out to look for Patient. No, but no, not for Patient, for Prospector. Prospector, do we see the footprints? We do see the footprints, but there is a long pallet there nearby as well. But at least we know where Prospector is. Meanwhile, the other Cypher machines for only at 60%. Sadly, Wiling can't sit on a chair for any longer. We can't buy any more time. Cypher machine at 70% when Wiling gets eliminated. But right now, in this case scenario, Patient with Flywheel, this just might not be enough, especially when Blink is ready as well. Running towards the wrong side of the map here. Meanwhile, Patient! Dream Witch's followers are just too small. They're just too small to be spotted out. If it was any other hunter, then... Survivors definitely will be able to. But it seems like this Dream Witch is back! I wouldn't want to say back, but Jesus Christ, what's with the Wilding early game? What's with the Wilding early game? PB shot hiding. That's about the most you can get. That's about the most you can get. That is really about the most you can get. Patrol currently being deployed there right here. Donex's main follower coming towards him as well, but we're just trying to buy enough time for the follower to come around. That's going to be the come around, bite around, and go around. And it seems like we're going to be able to see our most trustworthy follower right here, right behind the Prospector. We still do have a lot of magnets remaining, but it seems like we're going to change straight towards Excitement, and we won't be able to get a Flywheel out. So let's congratulate the 4-man elimination from Donex. Moving on. Let's see, Solemn Soul Weaver after buff. You're going to be able to see 2 rescuers here alongside with the prisoner to assist Cypher Rush. But it seems like we might be running this a little bit. Well, I guess we just need a 1-man escape, so like no borrow time on everyone else. Should be fine overall. Let's move on. This will be the deciding matchup of Week 5, Day 1, Match 1, Game 3, second half of FPX.ZQ versus GG. We either need a 4-man elimination for GG to win or a 1-man escape for FPX.ZQ to win. Who are we looking for? We're looking for Acrobat first. Acrobat might be really hard to play around. Right here, especially I mean, like for Soul Weaver, it's kind of like you're gonna waste a lot of time here. No, that's not Acrobat. That's paid. That. Why you do that? Okay, it's Ave Maria, Mamma Mia, Hallelujah. It's paid. Okay, this cannot be happening anymore. But with that in mind, we're gonna be able to get the vault over here from Prisoner did get the link up if I'm not wrong, or maybe he didn't. Well, even if he did or he didn't, it doesn't really matter right here. Prisoner rotating back towards Shock. We're gonna have to play around this one pallet area here for as long as we can, but it seems like that web, okay, we're gonna be able to utilize the webs here, thankfully. We're gonna go back towards where we once originally started. That's triple web stacks, and that's a normal hit. Honestly, for Soul Weaver's a web buff, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it seems like we're going to be able to flywheel away, and that's going to be the hit right back in towards the pallet right there. For Soul Weaver, once you get those triple speed boost, those speed boosts are also considered as interaction boosts and attack animation boost, which is why Soul Weaver vaulting over windows take 4 seconds. Soul Weaver is one of the hunters that actually vaults over the windows the longest, or I'm quite sure she is, because of how fast she can actually vault over when she has triple stacks. But with Mercenary, with Titan here, Coordinator trying to buy as much time as possible. Cordy, they just need to go for the sell here, really. They don't really have to rescue, but if they do, I guess that's fine. We're going to be able to get a spit, okay, that's fine. We're going to be able to get a spit right here. Probably normal hit just to see if we can get a failed rescue, but it seems like Cordy will deny that immediately too. But okay. Okay, we still have double spit. You see, the thing is, we still do have double spit, so it's fine. We still can get double down on Mercenary. I don't think they can rescue anymore. I really don't think they can rescue anymore. So wanted order on Cordy. Mercy wanted to come in. If Mercenary get a double spit right here, it will be really bad, because then we can just teleport away and start the second chase immediately. Especially for Sam here too. He has 80% stacks. And per each web spit, I'm quite sure it's 10 stacks, so it's not a lot if you think about it with how much he's saving up right now. Mercenary elbow padding in. Mercenary, oh, we missed a hit. Oh, okay, we missed a spit, alright. Thank God we missed it. Because if we didn't miss it, would it be a double down already? That's not what FPX.ZQ really wants, but for Sam right here, the only question in mind is, how fast can we get Prisoner down without using that much webs? Because we want to save webs for rebound kite containment. No, not for rebound kite, for second chase. We do see our webs was still nearby. We missed a spit right there, which is a little bit unfortunate, but our webs just disappeared. Seems like the duration has ended right there, so time is not with Sam right now. The only issue is that time isn't with Sam right now. We did get a spit down there though, thankfully. 54 web stacks isn't the worst. It isn't the worst. You can go after Cordy here. You can actually find a coordinator. But for the survivors, do they care? I don't think they do. We got the wanted order on Merc. We are going to teleport towards the Acrobat here. Okay, this might be really bad. That's going to be a spit and a miss. Seems like we try to predict the Acrobat's movement right there, but Acrobat didn't want to even play around with you. Or maybe he just didn't even look back. Acrobat here. Flywheel came out, and that's a bit normal hit. Okay. Okay, we don't have webs. We don't have enough webs, and we're holding on towards a mud ball here, if I'm not wrong. That's a mud ball. That's definitely a mud ball. It looks yellow, so I'm assuming it's a mud ball. Yeah, that's a mud ball. That is a mud ball. That is a mud ball. That is a mud ball. Now, if imagine they made snowball yellow, that would be really bad. Yellow snow. That's not good at all. Lol, that is not... Okay, I'm not going to imagine it. But aside from that, we are going to be able to see Fulan here containing for a relatively long time. Even though he's one spit down, he does have two... That's snowball, right? That's a mud ball. Wait a second. That's a mud ball. I'm so confused. The yellow one was snowball? Oh no, lads. Oh no, lads and laddies. Oh no, my brain. Is that no, that's snowball. That's definitely snowball. Yeah, that's definitely snowball. Yeah, because Acro didn't rescue. Okay, that's definitely snowball. Okay. Yellow is the mud ball. Oh my god, I got so scared right there. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna be able to see Register decoding in the middle here as well. The cipher machine. The only thing is we changed the teleporter ready to get Acrobat down, so we can't abnormal here anymore. And with that in mind, Mercenary coming in for a rescue, that's going to be a spit on towards Mercenary. We might be looking for a lot of spit downs on towards the survivors. For Sam, he's probably just trying to wait for teleport to be ready, so that we can go towards Cordy and then teleport. Ooh, do we get a spit on? I think we didn't. That hit something else, never mind. Mercenary downstairs here, Acrobat upstairs, and we'll teleport straight towards Cordy. Okay, can we get Cordy down ASAP? Cordy does have flywheel. Cordy does have flywheel. We got a normal hit. Can we do want to pass them? We don't want to rotate away. That's not a bad option too. Rotating away is probably for the best, and that spit is gonna get blocked by the pallet. Meanwhile, the other two survivors here currently trying to heal as much as possible. We shouldn't be too worried about the cipher machine just yet. We can play this as slow as we want since we only need a one-man escape. But for Sam here, he thinks differently because his team got 4-man eliminated by Donek's last game, which might be a bit of an issue. But for this one, it'll be a tiny bit more different. This 4-man elimination last game changed a lot because that's so much point on ZQ's side right now. We're going to be able to see... So say out here, that's going to be the spit miss. But you're going against adversary with borrow time. Lol. Probably not the best case scenario, but probably the only thing we can do right now. We're still trying to buy as much time as possible here. We are going to be able to get a Cypher Machine decoded here as well, but it seems like we're going to be hardcore looking for MRC here. MRC... No, I think right. I think Acro should leave. Yeah, I think Acro should leave. Because right now Sam's fixated on Mercenary. Mercenary getting the speed boost and a heal from borrowed time. Acrobat going towards the exit gate here as well. Meanwhile, Mercenary rotating away. As long as Cordy go towards the other side of the gate, that's really all what matters. One exit gate each per survivor. And this Violetta only has one teleport. And I don't think that teleport will suffice at all, sadly. So with this in mind, Acrobat can start opening the gate. Meanwhile, Coordinator can also start opening the gate. But it seems like right now Cordy is going to run back here instead. I mean, since this is a Voyo without much webs endgame, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. We're going to be able to get teleportation over here immediately as well. Meanwhile, I think tonight is actually popped for Soul Weaver during that scenario. But that's going to be a double speed boost there. And it seems like Cordy is going to run towards... Yeah, Cordy just needs to run towards the gate. Yeah, Cordy, that gate, yeah, that's the only gate that you need to think about right now. You don't have the rescue. You really don't have the rescue. All you need to guarantee is that one-man escape, and it will be a win here for FPX.ZQ. That's all what they needed. So, let's congratulate FPX.ZQ for winning against GG here. Donex's 4-man elimination last game was brilliant. But of course, we'll be moving on towards the next matchup as soon as we can.